Good morning, everybody. We are actually about to get that bell coming here in just a second, but man, I will say gold is starting to fly up this morning. You guys should check out GLD, the gold ETF. It is actually having a very good day. And then I can see that the S&P 500, or the SPY there, is actually doing quite well. And there is our bell. Looks like the SPY is starting to sink off just a little bit here. Obviously, it's not really doing too much at open yet. We will see, though, obviously, which way the SPY will start to run. Hopefully, it's back to the upside, but I'm not too sure. We're falling under 380. We did have some bad news overnight regarding Japan. They kind of shocked a lot of people last night. They actually decided to change their yield policy last night, which was insane. So they changed their yield policy, allowing their government bond to move 50 basis points either side of its $0% target. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But there's that SPY kind of running up on the 1-minute chart. It does look like we are, getting a little bit upwards momentum as of now. But now it went red, so we'll see. It's only been 2 minutes in, so hopefully we get more volatility to come. But good morning, Bill W., Jamie, Sean Cornish, Nathan, and Krish. Thank you guys for joining up. As the title says, we will be talking about Nike and FedEx earnings, but we will talk about them in a little while. I don't want to talk about them too early, maybe give some people a chance to join up, stuff like that. Hey, good morning, Keisha. Thanks for joining, too. Chris says ARKK is at a 5-year low. Oh my gosh, is it? Whoa, that is rough. Let's go see that. Wow, it is. That is insane to say. Kathy Woods' 5-year performance is now awful. I mean, it's been getting awful, but now it's literally negative. Uh-oh. Maybe not her performance, but at least the way the fun's moving. But I'm sure she has a lot of money still. It's just the fun. I know that fund's still been buying up a ton of crazy stocks too. Let's go. Actually, it's been a long time since we've seen ARKK. Let's go see Kathy's ARK real quick. Let's go see Kathy's ARK. Recent trades. Here we go. Okay. Shares, 114,000 shares of EXAS. Where's the Tesla? There's Tesla. 31,000 shares of Tesla. Wow. It had a 0.06 influence, which is the biggest influence out of anything she's bought at all recently. If you look at this side. 0.9, 0.09. Wow, that's pretty big. That's a big portion of that position. Or the fund, actually. Big portion of the fund. Wow. Look at Coinbase there. That's a big portion, too. So, yeah, I mean, she's still been making lots of trades, as we know. Some people have been following them a little bit, but figured we'd talk about it. I know there was that big debit spread going on there for a while. That was a long time ago, though. Might as well just delete it, honestly, at that point. Looks like it fell down, though, for those people. Hey, good morning, 11. I will say 11. It is Tom, though. It is Tom. It's not Mike here today. Should have clarified that, but it's okay. It's all right. I know people get us confused sometimes, and that's understandable. Chris says, Burry really profited on his shorts on ARK and Tesla. Yeah, he did, Chris. Whew. I'm sure Tesla's was pretty good. Same with ARK. ARK's was probably better than Tesla's, but that is pretty insane that he did so well with that. Let's see what Tesla looks like today on the 1 minute, though. It kind of fell off, coming back a little bit here. Definitely not the best. SPY is doing okay. Mike posted in Discord, Baba. Maybe Baba's popping? Yeah, it is kind of actually. It bounced off like 85 bucks, popping back up. See it on the daily? Where's the 85? Okay, 85 was a pretty decent level from the past few weeks. Okay. I see you, 85. You can't hide. Can't hide from me here. Sorry, guys. Grabbed a quick drink of my brisk lemonade. What this is. Brisk lemonade. It's pretty good, actually, I'd say. Very good. But yeah, we're getting that nice bounce back up with Baba here off of 85. Looking pretty hot up to 86.50. It actually got all the way back up to 87 a second ago, but Baba, yeah. Baba is one of the better runners. Let's see my watch list. What do we got? What do we got on the top? We have Lucid Motors actually up 5%. There we go. Lucid needs a comeback after the past week. I mean, Jesus Christ. Not to offend anybody here, but wow, that is a bad move. Watch. Sorry for my swearing, but wow. That is insane. Let's see, DWAC. What about SoFi? Yeah, SoFi's popping up a little bit. Okay. Good stuff, SoFi. I see where you're coming from. Boeing is actually trying to run up. Oh, Boeing actually just passed above my free day trading level from this morning at 188. So maybe we could get some calls off that if you guys want to scalp. Be careful, though. That is really running. I mean, running. So kind of crazy to see how much these stocks are starting to move. Look at Bank of America. Those banks are running again. There we go. There we go. Banks. Love to see the banks going. BAC, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo. Ooh, those banks are really running, guys. Watch the banks. Just like yesterday, the banks were doing quite well yesterday at market open. Watch them today. I feel like it's honestly looking even better. Like, look at that big pop up with Wells Fargo. That's actually pretty damn crazy, I'd say. Wow, yeah, Bank of America. Dang, okay. How's FedEx looking now? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, FedEx is falling off, guys. That is not good, not good. We're going to have to get a little article up here for FedEx like we saw yesterday. Wow. Yeah, we'll have to, like, see some stuff on good old FedEx there. But, wow, what a drop. I mean, not good there. FedEx, I know Nike is reporting later as well. So, I'm actually going to get a poll going for you guys here before I start with this. Hey, what's up, Bravo? Let's see. Chris says Palantir here. Let's see. Palantir at 620. Oh, I know Palantir's been dying under 7. 7 was the big level I've been looking at. Cornish says, don't lie. You're drinking pumpkin spice. Oh, man. Oh, man, Cornish. I'm not going to lie, Cornish. I really just don't like pumpkin spice. I don't know. I like pumpkin pie. I don't know about all that spice stuff. Ooh. I had it in a protein shake the other day, and it made me want to throw up a little while ago. Man, have you guys ever had the pumpkin spice protein shakes? Oh, those things are... It tastes just like a pumpkin pie, but I don't know, just gross. Ethan says, CCL thoughts. You know, I kind of like CCL. Just, you have to be extremely careful with it because they report earnings tomorrow before open. So, honestly, I don't think I'd even trade CCL right now. But you know what? I'll link CCL into the Nike and FedEx earnings whenever we talk about that later. So, maybe we'll just talk about it later whenever we talk about the earnings. But in about 10 minutes, we'll go over the FedEx, Nike, and Carnival earnings together. So, we'll kind of go over those and see, you know, maybe like what people are looking at, stuff like that. You know, maybe see like what some numbers are. So I know everyone always puts out these like Nike and, well, I should just say they always put out earnings preview articles and they'll say like, well, Nike should do this and this and this, and then FedEx is going to fall and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's pretty much what they do. Find some good articles here in the background. I got to make that poll real quick for you guys. Let me get that up. Cornish don't like it either. Keisha said, "Do you talk about fuel cell today?" No, I didn't talk about fuel cell. I'm not too interested in fuel cell. Honestly, Keisha, you're the very first person to ask about it, which is interesting. So that is that's interesting. I haven't even seen anyone talk about it in the Discord or anything. But yeah, I don't even know anything about their earnings, and honestly, it's not even showing me their earnings here on the chart. Here we go. What the hell? Did they change it to Wednesday? What happened? FCEL. No, they definitely reported a loss. Looks like they had a higher loss. Well, they had a bigger loss, but also a bigger revenue. So, or also more revenue, I guess I should say. Bigger jump in revenue, I guess. It says the shares are trading lower after the company reported worse than expected Q4 EPS and sales results. Uh-oh. That's not good. Worse than expected. I will say fuel cell, it's a growth stock. It's $2.99. It is what it is. There's a big support around $2 here. Obviously, there's a lot of support here around $3 as well. But yeah, I just figured I'd mention that there. Wow, yeah, that $2 support is just it's not the best there. Interesting, but okay. All right, fuel cell. I see what's going on. It's funny. Sorry, guys, had to get that lemonade again. Man, that stuff's good. It's honestly almost gone, though. Here's what I'm drinking. Brisk lemonade. Right there. Boom. That one big bottle. That's it. It's cheap, too. $1.49. It's an inflation drink. We'll call it that. Inflation drink. Pretty good, though. It's probably terrible for you, but, you know, it's good either way. At least it's good. Man, poor fuel cell. I didn't realize it was down 8%, Keisha, at first. I thought it was only down a little bit, but that is rough. When I looked at the longer term chart here, it didn't look like an 8% move, but I guess it is. Brutal on that one. That's too bad. Ethan says, when do we hear on the housing numbers? Actually, Ethan, those actually already came out this morning, and they didn't really affect the market too much. What did actually affect the market last night a lot was the Bank of Japan shifting their yield policy here. So they actually shifted their policy to allow the bond to move 50 basis points on either side of its 0% target. So it's a little bit strange on what they did, but their 10-year bond can move 50 basis points on either side of their target effectively. And also we have news today saying Elon Musk is actively searching for a new Twitter CEO. So that's awesome. Hey, make me CEO of Twitter, Elon. That'd be cool. No, I'm just kidding. It would be cool, but I don't think that excuse me. I don't think that that's going to happen. Oh, man. Sorry about that. I don't know what that was. Man, poor fuel cell, though. Go back to the SPY real quick. Watch it fall off even more than it already is. There we go. Come on, SPY. Get back down there. Man, Apple, come on. What's happening? Guys, who's trading those Apple puts with Tom? You better raise your hand right now. Hope you guys got them Apple puts going. Remember yesterday how we talked about that around, around open or a little bit after? With the Apple puts? Who's in there? Yeah, Chris says, watch out, Apple's below 127. Uh-oh. What? It's not below 127. Okay, Chris. I think you just mistyped again. It's alright. Keisha says, Tom, do you ever drink water? Of course I drink water. Keisha, I actually have water right here next to the lemonade. Here's my lemonade. Here, I'll shake it. There's my lemonade. Here's my water. It's kind of funny. Here, just for you, I'm going to drink some water. Hang on. There you go. I drank some water, Keisha. That big gulp I just took was like a quarter of a bottle of water, so. There we go. Man, this thing better fall out. Yeah, Krish, if it gets to 127, woo, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. I hope it gets there. We better watch out. If it gets there, I'd be real happy for my puts. 6th red day in a row for Apple, though, Bill said. Dang, I didn't realize it was that bad. Bill said, if we got into Boeing level, when should I get out? Oh, shit. Bill, I would say, man, honestly, I would have said you had plenty of time to take profits, no? If you got in on the first breaks. Um, I would, I'd probably get out now, Bill. I'll be honest. I'd get out now. If you didn't already get out. Um, wow, that's a pretty big move back below support there, but yeah, we ran up above that resistance. You know, we got a pretty decent breakout. Man, it kind of was tough to take profits. You would have had to take them really quick. Yeah, that is a tough one. Oh, it was Nathan actually asking that. Nathan was asking it, sorry. Sorry, Bill. You guys have the same red circle there, and I got it confused. I see. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably get out now. Honestly, I don't see Boeing really popping up too much if the spy's dying off. Like, if that spy keeps on selling, I mean, oh my gosh, guys, spy. No, what's going on? No, guys. Oh, no. Wow. Wow. That is not looking good. Oh my god, that did not work out the way I wanted. Had a little sound effect, but it did not work out the way I wanted. Nathan, did you try to play Boeing to the downside? No, I tried to play it to the upside, Keisha. If you check the Discord, it was my free day trade today. I had Boeing up above 188. We got up to 189.20, which is honestly pretty good, but he got in a little bit late. But yeah, I would say since it fell back down, I'd try to get out now. And then Keisha, I also have Boeing to the downside below 185 if we get there today. I really feel like below 185 could be a good level later on, but Apple's under 130, Ant says. Whoa, Ant. Yeah, it's down around lows now. Whew. Nathan, are you still in the Apple play? I forgot to ask you about that one. Are you still in that one? Hopefully you're in there. Bill W says Boeing will be more aggressive in both directions. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm playing, or that's why I picked it. I was hoping it would move more aggressively. Hopefully it keeps doing this. Random movement. What's the next support for Apple? Well, good question, Ant. Good question. Let's go look. Good question. It's funny, I have Black Swan Investments still up here. Wow. That recent touch of that. Wow, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, the break of that support recently, or the break of that trend line is very rough. So we got to be real careful with Apple here. Oh, wow. So it looks like Apple's low of the year is right around 129. So we still have to be careful of 129 holding up as support. I know people like to talk about 130, which I like to talk 130 as well. But it looks like 129 is an area also. Below that, I see 125. So once we break below 129, I'll be looking at 125 personally. That'll be my next huge level. I'm not going to post it on the chart, though, because I don't want to have a ton of lines, kind of like I already do here. I'm going to try to delete some of these things, actually. Let's get some of these things off of here. Get off of here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Just trying to clear up some room. I can always remake some of these lines if I have to. Making it look a little bit better for us here. But I'm telling you that this break of this trend line here is brutal for Apple, guys. I mean, that is a brutal break of the trend, and yeah, it's looking bad. If we start getting down low, like if we really do fall back to 125 sometime soon, that would be nuts. If we just like went straight down into that, that'd be pretty insane. And you know, it could happen. I mean, I've seen the market do crazier stuff, guys. I've seen it do a lot crazier than that, but yeah, just watch out for 129 and 130 still kind of holding up there today. SPY's down around 378. Not looking good at all, guys. Now, the SPY is really selling off. This one's looking, well, a lot more brutal than the SPY, or than the Apple is to me, for some reason, at least today. QQQ. Maybe it's just because I know the SPY is so influential, but wow, I mean, that is, the QQQ's dying off in a huge way as well. Under 270, which was a big level too. Definitely not good. Not good at all, but all right, guys, I'm going to bring up the poll. Do you like Nike or FedEx for earnings tonight? FDX. Okay, then we have Nike. And we have Nike again. All right, there's the poll, guys. I threw it out there for you. We're going to be going over these earnings in about 5 minutes for anybody who is interested in those earnings. But there are a few articles here. We have an article for FedEx. We have an article for Nike. I don't have an article for Carnival Cruise Lines, but I will say I have an article for Nike and what was it? Nike and FedEx. That's right. FDX. So we'll go ahead and check out maybe these videos real quick on these, see what these guys have to say about it, and then I'll kind of go over what I think about it a little bit as well. Yeah, Nathan says level for SPY puts. Okay. Well, it looks like 378's a pretty good level here, Nathan. So I would just wait for a intraday move below 378, or even like better yet, if you can eye it up on the 1 minute in a big way, kind of like what we're doing right now, how we're rejecting off 378.80. If you can like find a good area of rejection and maybe get into the puts there, that might be a smart entry. That way you're playing it, you know, down into that lower level, and hopefully it goes lower. But I think that's kind of what you want. You just don't want to get into a like trend reversal today. But 378 is going to be a big support here. This has been holding up all morning. I've seen a lot of price action here actually today at 378. Quite a bit, yeah. Like you can tell it hit here, hit again a couple minutes later, and then a couple minutes later, and then it flew up. So yeah, that's a pretty big level. And you can see that area of rejection I talked about is kind of holding up a little bit as well now on the 1 minute. I realize that some of these trades you got to be really quick with, but you know, that's kind of how the market is. You're going up against computers that trade instantaneously sometimes. So sometimes you got to be real quick with the scalps. Real quick. Chris says, looking at macroeconomical reasons, I don't favor FedEx. Okay. Okay. Don't forget to vote in the poll, guys. We have about 3 votes right now. Make sure to get those votes casted. I know if you guys don't like earnings, you can always just, you know, just guess. You know, it's okay to guess. I mean, nobody knows for sure what's going to be going on here. So honestly, it's all just guesses. So that's what I say. So don't be afraid to vote in the poll. Also, don't be afraid to smash that like button. That'll also help us out quite a bit. Smashing the like button really pushes us more on YouTube. I know a lot of people don't understand the algorithm and everything like that 100%, but man, it really helps with the likes. It helps with the comments. So let me know what stock you're watching as well. Whatever your favorite stocks are today, throw them down in the chat. It never hurts to throw them out there. So looking at my watch list today, there's actually a few of my favorites recently moving up. I know Cornish has been talking about X a little bit, or US Steel, and that's kind of popping up. Cool to see X running up, Cornish. That's nice. It's kind of cool to see there. Boom, not bad. Have, what is this, NVIDIA? Are they breaking lower or higher? NVIDIA broke down, now it's running back up. Okay. Tesla's flat today. I saw Romeo post that one up. That's funny. In the Discord. Bravo says, what about IWM? Yeah, I don't really look at this one too much, but yeah, it's been volatile today. Volatile also to the downside, especially as these growth stocks start to fall off there. Not good. Not good with the growth stocks falling off. Uh-oh, guys. I'm starting to see some bullshit coming out here. Uh-oh. Check this out, guys. I hope I don't get in trouble with CNBC for this one, but...
They're back.
Kramer looks like he's saying to trust Powell's winning hand against inflation. Ooh, I don't know about that, guys. Kramer, as we all know, he has a curse.
They're back. The money managers who think
see what he's saying.
Looks just like that cataclysmic period where the average has lost more than half their value. There's a big contingent of these bears who think we've got no way to win. If the Fed tightens too much to beat inflation, then we go into a severe recession. If the Fed tightens too little, we're stuck with persistent rampant inflation. Neither's good for stocks. One reason you get days like today where the Dow shed 163 points, the S&P tumbled 0.9%, and the Nasdaq plunged 1.49%. Sell. After starting strong, it morphed into a horrific day. So, I've been thinking about it. I'm sure you're thinking about it. Why not sell everything? Because that analogy, that 2008 analogy, it's bogus. 2022 has very little in common with 2008, when the whole financial system nearly collapsed and the
Man, I know Kramer makes some good points, but I feel like a lot of people are just like, oh man, Kramer, like, anytime he says anything, I feel like lately people are just like doing the opposite. And yeah, I understand, you know, this guy's been spewing some bullcrap lately.
Shot up to 10%. We're below 4 now. I can recall many other times where the Fed raised interest rates, and we were ultimately just fine. Not initially. Sometimes we saw a big shift out of risky stocks, especially tech and biotech, as investors swapped into more consistent, boring stocks. Hardly the end of the world. And you know what? That's kind of what I see happening right now. There's a huge chasm between the boring companies with inexpensive stocks, companies that make things and sell them at a profit while returning capital. You know how much we like them. I talk about it all the time in the investing club. The conceptual companies, they don't do it.
All right, I just figured I'd mention it real quick because I think it's interesting. Bill W. says, I lived through the 1970s high interest rates. He says 15% was devastating. Bill, hey, Bill, I actually have some questions for you since you've done that. I would like to know, like, how did the, like, younger person trying to buy a house, how did they fare through those higher times of interest rates? So, Bill, like, here's the argument I always hear, is a lot of people, they always say that high interest rates was bad, but they say that the cost of the houses were so little that it just didn't make as big of a difference as it does nowadays. Does that make sense, Bill? And also, like I said, like, you know, someone like 18 to 30 years old trying to buy a house, you know, like, how was it for them during that time? Like, would it be a lot better to lock in something low now than let it go? You know, I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at, but Man, that SPY is popping here. 380 again. But yeah, I'm mainly asking. I don't know. I kind of feel like it'd be okay. Ethan says builders have been financing for the buyers. Oh. Builders have been financing for the buyers. What does that mean, Ethan? Can you explain that a little bit more for me? Builders have been financing for the buyers. Do you mean, so like if I want to build a house, you mean like the home builders will like finance for me, or is that like what you're saying, or? Because I guess I could see that. Wow, SPY's like right at 380, guys. Watch yourselves. Watch yourselves closely. We might hit 380 and come back down. Looks like, honestly, it looks like it's moving back up, though. Look at that. SPY is recovering to the upside. Apple's actually moving back up now. Now those Apple puts suck. Well, that sucks, but that sucks. That's funny. Oh, boy. Yeah, here's our couple day pop back up for the SPY, I think we were looking at, maybe. We'll have to see. 380 might hold up as a bit of support, guys. I mean, I'll tell you, it looks like that it might. Like, I can't lie. It says, Ethan says, hearing that the builders are packaging the loans at lower interest rates. Oh, I got you, Ethan. Okay. Yeah, I got you. Okay. That's very smart, Ethan. Maybe I'll have to buy from a new home builder instead of a used home. That sounds like a good idea. I'll have to check that out, Ethan. Sounds cool. Thank you for explaining that, though. Bill says, I bought a house in the 80s as the economy was recovering. The rates scared older buyers, but we younger people went for it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I bet a lot of those older buyers at the time probably are, gone at this point, sadly. I hate waiting too long, Waiting too long is just like, oh man, you blew it. You blew it. Chris says Adobe rejected at 336. Adobe. Yeah, I kind of did. A little bit. Let's see it on the 1 minute real quick. Yeah, that is a good rejection there. All right. All right, so here we go, guys. We'll go ahead and talk about the earnings now that we're about halfway through the stream. It looks like the poll is very, very split here. I mean, I cannot believe how split this poll is. So there's 14 total votes, so quite a bit of votes, actually. If you guys voted in the poll, please smash the like button. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, if you don't want to smash the like button, just leave me a comment. Helps a lot, too. But yeah, it looks like Nike to the upside is leading at 36%. Everything else is tied at 21%. So very interesting here. So Nike to the upside is leading. So I guess we'll talk about Nike a little bit first. So Nike on their last earnings report, guys, shocked investors. And if we go to that daily chart, you can kind of tell here that the move was very parabolic that day. Okay, it looks like it dropped down, popped back up, and then ended up falling back down the next couple days. Let's look at it maybe on the 15-minute chart. Go back to that day. Where's the dividends? Where's the earnings? Go back a couple months here. I should have looked at the date on the daily chart, shouldn't I? There it is. Here it is. So back in September. Is this the right one? This can't be the right one. No, yeah, that was the dividend. Earnings, there we go. That's why I messed up. Yeah, so it was a big drop. Now that makes more sense. Okay. Big drop back down. Obviously, like it said on the article, big shock. I remember Nike going down a lot with it. So I was very confused there for a second. But yeah, that is That is funny. Really falling off here. 96 down to 82 on that big drop there. That's a pretty big drop, and that was a big shocker on their last report. Do you guys think that it's going to be like the same thing like that again? Because it's just like, oh, geez, like that is just a lot. I feel like it's too big of a drop last time. I'm really wondering now if we're going to continue back down. There's not really like a whole bunch of stuff on here. It says Nike topped EPS estimates in 9 straight quarters. So I guess that's good. But we got to really see more about their earnings, about their revenue. I mean, it looks like they beat on everything last time, but what was the big shocker? See, it says they'll be walking a tightrope with investors amid concerns about the impact of excess inventory. Okay. Okay, so they had a lot of excess inventory, and that's obviously hurting margins and profitability. Wow, it says the margin shocker is really what sent the shares down last time. So that's going to be what everyone keeps their eye on, I think, is that margin between the inventory and profitability, obviously. I know that there's a lot of companies dealing with this. I know Target was dealing with this as well. I know TGT had been talking about inventory issues as well, especially heading into the holidays with it being a little bit of an issue. But Bravo says, I voted Mike up, but hey, I want to change it to the downside. I misclicked. Oh, no. I know. They don't let you change your votes. That made me a little bit sad when I saw that the other day. I was looking at it too, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, let me change it, but it didn't let me. Man. Chris says Apple just hold 129. Let's see. AAPL, let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's holding like, 130, 129. Yeah, right around there. Apple's bouncing off of that. It was down today, though, in a pretty big way at first, but yeah, moving back up now. Probably going to get a couple days of upside coming back into Apple, honestly. We'll probably see that happen. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I could close my Apple puts right now, like break even. It's kind of tempting. Kind of tempting me, but I'm just going to keep holding because I believe that over the next month, we're going to see, with the way Apple fell out of this trend here, I think we're going to see some downwards movement. And I have a weird feeling that maybe the lower volatility over Christmas might push us under. Something like that, maybe. Who knows? That would suck if it crashed over Christmas. Wow, look at Adobe go. It got rejected for a second, Krish, earlier, but wow, it really ran. But yeah, getting back to Nike and FedEx, I mean, Nike, I would say my opinion with Nike is going to be pretty brutal. Looks like people voted Nike to the upside and the downside. There was only a bit of a difference there. Bravo says he wants to change it down, so that would put it to the downside in a big way anyway. So I guess that means it's to the downside, but either way, like right now, looking at the stock market, it's one of those things like Nike is falling down there right around key support, and I feel like this earnings move is going to make us either gap down below the support again, kind of like it did in the past. It had that big gap down. I think if those margins are bad, we'll probably gap down. If the margins come in safe, Nike should beat on EPS. They should do pretty well in revenue. They've beaten on EPS and revenue a lot in the past. So I think it said in that article the past 9 times they've beaten on EPS. Where was that? Yeah, right here. Okay. Over the last 90 days, 18 of 20 analysts covering Nike have increased their revenue estimates for the quarter, while 12 out of 13 lowered their EPS estimates. But it says that their EPS has topped estimates in 9 straight quarters. So pretty big stuff there. Those are pretty big numbers. Hopefully Nike can do well. I will say, though, I'm a little bit worried. I have a bad feeling we're going to be falling back off to the downside, but I will say this $100 support should be huge. I mean, this is like the biggest level stocks could ever be at. $100 even. I mean, that is just one of the biggest levels out there. All right, now let's get into FedEx. FDX. I think this one will be a little bit better in my opinion. I think it'll get a little bit more volatile probably than good old Nike. But FedEx also on their last earnings took a big tumble to the downside, and they had a pretty big tumble. So let's actually watch real quick what Yahoo Finance has to say about good old FedEx here, just to kind of get some numbers, some backstory. I talked about this a little bit last night, and it didn't seem too good for FedEx. I'll be honest. There was some pretty bad stuff being said. So let's go ahead and see like what we have to hear.
Global growth indicator FedEx, the shipping giant, reports its second quarter earnings Tuesday after the bell. Analysts are expecting earnings of $2.80 a share on $23.7 billion on revenue. Last quarter, FedEx surprised investors with a dismal Q1 report, which they blamed on weakened demand. They also announced a series of cost-cutting measures. We'll be watching revenue. Last quarter, FedEx surprised investors with a dismal Q1 report, which they blamed on weakened demand. They also announced a series of cost-cutting measures. We'll be watching for an update on those cost cuts and what executives are saying about holiday shipping. Today, Evercore ISI analyst lowered its price target on FedEx at $202 from $225, saying demand is seemingly softening at a greater than expected pace across most markets.
Hey, no, there actually is not trading on Christmas Eve because because Christmas Eve is actually a Saturday, Ethan. Yeah, Christmas Eve is a Saturday. So, yeah, nothing crazy there. Looking at the holiday hours for this year, it does look like though that we are off. Like there is no trading on Monday. So it looks like Monday, December 26th, there will be no trading. It looks like on 2022. That's what I'm seeing on the NYSE here. So, yeah. Christmas holiday observed. Yep, so Monday, December 26th, there is no trading. So keep that in mind. That is going to be the day off here. And that's going to be our last day off for the year. Now, 2023, it looks like Monday, January 2nd, we will be off. So Monday, we're off Christmas Monday, and then we're off the following Monday, if that makes sense. So we get both Mondays in a row off. Honestly, that's pretty good. Both Mondays, both of the shittiest days of the week. Perfect. I hate Mondays. Not that I hate Mondays, I think it's fine, but you know how everyone says that. They're always like, oh, I hate Monday, And I will say Mondays are a little bit more boring than usual sometimes. I've noticed sometimes a lot of people, they might still be kind of like iffy from the weekend, or maybe they're just real busy at their jobs Monday. I don't know what it is, but I've noticed just it seems like a little bit less activity on Monday. Maybe I'm wrong. Bravo says, as it stands, do y'all see a Santa rally? He says, to the downside. Uh-oh. That is not good. But, yeah, I figured I'd go over those holiday hours real quick. But kind of getting back into FedEx here. FedEx, it is what it is. I feel like that they're going to end up going down. They had some pretty bad numbers on their last report. They could end up moving up, but they had weakened demand. So I don't know. I think that it's kind of rough there. I feel like that they're going to end up probably falling down a little bit. Now, I hope that they move up, and I'm hoping that they report good numbers, and that might even help UPS move up and maybe even a couple more of the shippers. But yeah, it's going to be tough here. Obviously, they're not in the best spot, and they had that weakened demand. I mean, that's rough. How do you have weakened demand as a shipper? That's bad news. So hopefully FedEx stays higher. I'm gonna honestly think that if I played it, I would probably play it down, but you know, I'm probably gonna be wrong. I mean, earnings are so 50-50, guys. If you guys want to take a stab at it, go ahead. It might not be too bad of a play to try out, but I'm probably just gonna sit out on these ones. They're just not my favorite here. Nike I like a little bit more. Now, Carnival Cruise Lines is reporting earnings tomorrow morning. I will say Carnival looks a little bit more interesting to me. I feel like sometimes these cruise and airlines can get pretty whack with earnings, so I'm really hoping that they can maybe hold this $8 support and continue to maybe get a nice move to the upside. That would make me extremely happy for good old Carnival Cruise Line. So Carnival, I feel like they could move up. Let's see their last earnings. Everything had a bad last report. Wow, they actually came in under. Wow, a lot. Okay. They missed estimates on their last one by a lot. That's brutal, actually. Wow. Yeah, that's rough. I wonder if that's going to spell more downside. Honestly, I might be more bearish on this one now that I saw that. What about this earnings report? Wow, they missed on this one too? They're just continually missing. Hey, what is interesting though is... Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense because they had all the revenue from all those summer months. But interesting. Their revenue jumps around quite a bit. Let's go look at it on the dashboard for CCL, actually. Wow, look at those revenue numbers. Actually really steadily increasing, but it's missing estimates every time, which sucks. It's rising, but it's missing estimates, so not good. There's our free cash flow numbers. The net income's getting better. Oh, free cash flow got a little worse, so... Look at that. It was actually their last report was the first time their revenue exceeded their cost of revenue in quite a long time. I don't know, guys. Maybe CCL is going to go for a turnaround here. I don't know. That's interesting to see how well they did there. Man, that was a steady increase this year. We'll have to see. That actually makes me a little bit happier with this one. Their PE ratio is in the negative. Oh, shit. Their PE ratio is negative. That's not good. I mean, it's not bad, but it's like, geez, that's rough. I think that they could end up doing well, guys. Keep your eyes on Carnival. That's a very interesting play, actually. Let me know what you guys think about that, actually. I'm going to end this poll, because it looks like no one else is going to vote in it now anyways. 15 votes. I'm going to go ahead and do a CCL poll. Do you think CCL will pop or drop on earnings? That's what we're going to call it, a pop or drop. What did I do? Here we go, guys. Threw out the poll there for you. Please vote in it if you're interested. I'll end the poll in about 10 minutes. This one is about CCL. I think you guys will like this one. Just a simple poll. Just a simple poll there. So, hopefully CCL gets a nice pop and holds $8. I will say that makes me a little bit happier seeing their revenue increasing so steadily here. Very nice to see. Let's see their yearly numbers. Uh-oh. Man, that revenue fell off with COVID. Hopefully they start doing better. Carnival Cruise Lines, though. What an interesting stock. Whoa. Bill says I just scalped Apple 130 calls. All right. Scalped Apple 130 calls, December 23rd. Nice. He got 45%. Very nice. Apple's recovering, but SPY and QQQ aren't moving. I would say they're moving myself, Nathan. I don't know. I would count this big green candles and stuff as a nice move. I mean, it looks just like Apple. Pretty much the same. I guess I see what you're saying a little bit, though. But I would say it's moving. Fine with it. I'd say it's moving fine. And like I said yesterday, you know, I mean, I warned everybody yesterday. I said, Apple's probably going to go up for a couple days. SPY's probably going to go up for a couple of days before we, you know, get a drop back to the downside. And I still think that that's the case. You know, I still think that's true. I still have that mindset, and yeah. I still think we'll probably get that 2-day pop back up. Hang on 1 second, though, guys. I'll be right back. Just give me like 60 seconds. Alrighty, guys, I am back. Wow, what a crazy jump up there with SPY while I was gone. Look at that. It's actually a pretty good little recovery today. Back to the upside. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Okay. Maybe it'll get a nice little pop back up here. Like I said, for the next couple days, maybe heading into Christmas. Who knows? Maybe we will get a Santa rally back up. That'd be kind of cool. Hopefully it happens. Bill W says he sold it. Nice stuff, Bill. Good stuff. I hope you made some nice money on that one. Might have got out a little early, but hey, it's all good. You know, you're doing quite well here today anyways. Not bad. IWM, let's see. Whoa, IWM is really recovering today. 0.81% back to the upside. That's awesome. Go, IWM, go. That is pretty cool, actually. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, not bad. All right, SPY, keep going now. It's probably going to tank off now. Bet. Bet on it, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully not. Kind of make me a little angry if it did, but there's SoFi, 5.76%, not bad. Trying to run up. Come on, SoFi, you can get up there. SoFi. No, people like SoFi a little bit. You know what else has been running up a lot lately is Moderna. Look at this one again today. It bounced off 188, running up. Not bad. Now, it's not retesting highs or anything like that, but you'll take it, right? We'll take it. Decent little move there. Roblox is recovering. There we go. Roblox needs to recover. I mean, man, it's getting down to the COVID low. Jeez, Roblox. Jeez. SPY on the daily is looking pretty interesting, though. Like, kind of like a good little play back up, you know? Not bad. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 huge red days in a row. Don't know if we'll be able to have any more now. At least in a row. Whoa, this is insane. Nice recovery there, guys. Let's go look at FedEx, though. FedEx is not really recovering up too much here today. Nike isn't really either. So both earnings movers for tonight are really not doing much. I'm hoping they can start to get a nice uptick, though, running back into all this crazy movement. But, wow, yeah, we have 6 votes right now on the poll. I appreciate those. Let's see what we got. CCL will drop. CCL will pop. We're 50-50 right now. Uh-oh, somebody better come in and break the tie. Oh, that'd be funny. Whoa, CCL is really popping, though. CCL is running up ahead of earnings, though. Nathan says 381.50 is not breaking. Yeah, it's not right now. That's for sure. Not yet. I have a feeling that this SPY is going to come back up and retest somewhere, like 390 at least. It's got to. It's got to. Like, I don't... If we saw just more straight downwards movement with this, I don't know. I'm going to make a shrine or something. Like, I gotta... We gotta get, like, a little bit of a jump back. I mean, right? Right? I mean, come on. That wouldn't even be a big jump, really, to 390. I mean, it's not even... I don't know. Usually, we don't get this much selling in a row. I would say we gotta jump back a little. A little. Wow, Bill W is going to go smoke a brisket. Very nice, Bill. That sounds awesome. Have a great day, man. Have a great day. Have a great holiday week. Hopefully I catch you in tomorrow's stream and maybe later on in the week. But, yeah, have a good rest of your day. Yeah, Bravo says, I see 390 again, yes, or 388. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not looking for anything huge. Just maybe, like, a little bit of, like, this gap to fill, maybe, you know? Maybe something like that going on. Nothing too crazy, though. Nothing too crazy, but I see something like that going on. Before we maybe, you know, move a little bit lower or something like that. I still think we can go down, though. It's just not at the very second, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, Apple's just kind of holding this upper resistance level. Just holding its ground. Again, that's another one, but... Alrighty, guys. I appreciate you guys all joining up today. I appreciate it. We're going to have to end the stream here. Got some stuff to figure out with the Discord and stuff like that going on, so... I appreciate you guys joining up. Don't forget we go live before open every single day. Let your buddies know. Let your people who enjoy stocks know what we do here. So we appreciate it, guys. Have a great day. If you aren't subscribed yet, please smash that subscribe button. We go live every morning. You'll get the notifications sent to your phone and stuff like that. So I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, I will be in the Discord if you guys need anything or want to talk stocks or go over anything. So I'll be in there all day long. See you guys later.